were wondering, maybe it could be a split. Maybe one team goes over towards Fragment and just takes the L there. But no, they will be going head-to-head right now.
NRG, a team that you highlighted, Genome, and landing on this side of Monument too, could actually give them the advantage that they need. They also have the beacons behind them there too, but they're trying to get aggressive. You see the pings from Nocturnal, who absolutely had a stand-up performance yesterday. Nocturnal being one of the first Apex Legends pros that I've had the luxury of speaking to, really gather his thoughts in the way that he approaches competitive Apex, and I know how much this means to him.
Especially after missing a LAN or two, you know, they've lost that sort of aura of invincibility that they had last year, and they are back to that point where it feels like they need to prove themselves. And certainly this contest that they're having here, as we see a good chop from the triple take there from Razy. And look, the Conduit coming out to try and just give them a little bit of extra shield. Misses Fun FPS completely, blindsides him with the Mozam, but it's still not enough for an RG.
No way, the way that they turned around, even with the Conduit, it isn't enough. Tydo, who had way more health, swooped in. The Mozam Cheeks is not going to help.
You can see CR lurking in the background. TSM, look, they may have got the armor advantage, but they've traded that for a position in the zone, Vicky. It's going to be tough to work their way through now. They've got Red Rams ahead of them. And 30+ seconds to try and get through there. If they do, they're probably going to be met by a bunch of other teams in Geyser or in North Siphon.
This fight, isolated for TSM, not so isolated for Red Rams though, because on the other side of Red Rams will be Crazy Raccoon looking for the third party if this fight isn't going to be engaged by Red Rams soon to reposition. Nice triple take shots. One more here, he can't land that jump, but they at least get the follow-up here on the other side from Reps. That's just a lot of trouble there. There's Crazy Raccoon. That's what we were worried about. They still were able to get the finishing blow onto Reps, but now Red Rams are forced to play this out as a duo, because if they do...
Right now, where does it shift? Very much north. So, okay, that's actually fantastic for TSM here, as we've been following some of their journey. But first, as we mentioned, they have to get through North Epshin, and triple take, once again, is just the bane of so many teams in this lobby right now.
I love that weapon so much, and Zap coming through from the high ground as well. TSM have been able to restabilize after their very rough start in their initial engagement versus Red Rams, with Zap being the last one alive. He was able to get that knock. Watch out behind him here, the beam. TSM get eliminated in 19th, but from afar, you saw that pressure. It looked like his Maker.
Not playing the meta, just refusing to go with what everyone else is.
It's hard out here too, especially when the fighting has just been non-stop. Hal get eliminated, Fan will come in. And what great timing. Almost like the insurance policy that designed...
Sangyun will stand tallest. It was a big and brave push, but there was more teams in the area to make it even more difficult, as now Crazy Raccoon down to just one, but Fennel joining the fight. You can also see that Guild Esports were having a little look towards it as well. And now Crazy Raccoon should go down realistically here with only one member left. Fennel will get that final kill, and it will be Crazy Raccoon who falls. By the way, 6 kills, 7 assists for that young man. He seems to be finding form when SSG need him most. 6 kills to the name of Datch, still looking for more. 3 squads remain. SSG have a huge chance here, by the way, because Red Rams fighting against TSM. If they lose even just one player here, as Datch goes down, no, SSG just need to send it. They just need to send it. This could be the start of something for SSG here. TSM holding up the pie for Red Rams. 1 player remaining, but SSG, they have all 3, but Verhulst, he's got away. And maybe he could do something special here. SSG sliding in. They'll find the final Red Rams member. Verhulst gets TSM into take their spot. Remember, Makers, after a victory, they find themselves up into 6th position. They are still within that touching distance that I speak of. For SSG, Red Rams was probably one of the worst teams they could have come across, because Red Rams were already prepared with high evos, with those purples, and they were ready to fight. Only one team inside of the zone, by the way, and that's going to be Weibo Gaming. Elsewhere, we'll go back to this fight in front of us as Right is seeing big damage. Going to be cleaned up immediately by a teammate. 5CG is going to get that kill. A second one will come in as well. And this could be a clean wipe. The L-star does the damage. It's not going to be completely clean, but Makers will be eliminated. No back-to-back for them, and it's going to be Hal who gets those
finally got
kills.
a res with Jakku coming back in, or being the last one to go down, but just a few scam placement points for them. Now, keep in mind, this is the area that will be finishing our Kings Canyon game in. How, obviously, one of those Watson teams that's going to be super happy to have found their way into this spot. Na'Vi playing on top of them. Of course, remember we talked about at the start, Na'Vi were playing that aggressive composition. Do they really want a team who's got the defensive advantage to get set up underneath them?
Are they going to even be defensive here in this case? What Dakashi is going to be able to hold on to that door, but he hasn't really set up the fence line, even though they are in that next circle, trying to get a little bit more aggressive onto the high ground now.
Quite a few teams are locked into these sort of duo battles, and oh no, Na'Vi looks like they can't withstand how below them. So not only do they get the setup, the pylon, the fences will be there, selection of shots.
Because look who's behind him. Red Rams just moved up right behind Guild, and Guild turning things around. Red Rams get eliminated, but look who also helps them. It is Fennel, and now Ninjas in Pajamas can finally move forward from the high ground. They're still not in that next circle, and they still have to worry about Guild Esports.
Firm handshakes from NIP and Fennel there as they combine to deal with something a little bit troublesome in between them. This means that NIP also can swing a little bit further south as Fennel look to finish the job. There goes Guild. We've got 4 squads left. The zone, by the way, will be finishing outside of the wall. So on the side, essentially where NIP are right now. How will eventually have to move out of here unless they just want to play for a heal-off.
Although the trade-off to How in disguise right now. Qzir was able to get that knock onto 5CG, right? Playing off a head glitch behind the barrels. It's only up to Q to make some magic happen, and he doesn't have a turbocharger off the Havoc, but he's shooting blindly through that smoke. Shield swap? No, it's empty! It's empty! He can't go for the shield swap! He can't clutch! Disguise get eliminated in 4th.
Now he went down there and he did have a mobile respawn beacon in his box. And you see, they immediately pop that. How will have time, I believe, to get themselves back up. The question will be, is there an evac? Does an evac even get over that wall? How do they make it to the other side?
I'm gonna say it right now, Genome. Ninja Pajamas are locked in this game. Then will get eliminated. NIP have fought their way around the entire southeast side.
Okay, so they pop the evac. It's NIP who want to make this happen much more quickly. A player comes out of the dropship and actually goes on the other side.
Oh no! He got stuck with the Arc Star right up the evac tower. That is actually insane, but Nasky holding it down.
They're trying to come out of here on the evac, but they're going to get the finishes before his teammates even make it into fight. NIP, this should be so easy for the European team.
Is it though? Is it? It's a 1v1 playing by the knockdown. NIP, the Seer alive, the Nuts from Same helped them out, and they did it. And with 6 squads left in this final zone here, moving up, Red Rams take this fight versus Fennel. They're playing very split though, with one member of Red Rams over to the north side to prevent TSM to try to wrap up around on the other side. They take care of Fennel. Beats of the Hunt was activated from Dashin, coming in from the sky, so Epson forced to drop down from the high ground.
You've mentioned the team who've taken over that second spot now. Eclipse 70 points, looking to potentially move past Guild.
No pressure from the Fuse, and Red Rams, the healthy 3 men have moved in. Pop Beast of the Hunt, pop the Mother Load. This is free for Red Rams, having the advantage, and they are your Game 8 winners. They were sitting in 9 with 51 points.
ないからヒューズとある？
ない。あと20%。
オッケーオッケー。ヒューズウルトが溜まったんだったらどっちか来た瞬間にそいつらにぶち込むかもしれない。左の坂上もちょっと怖い。左にボコらないとかもあるかい。
オッケーオッケー。俺上登り見るよこれ。
うん。俺は角かなこの左の。ちょっと右奥行ってるかも。ヒューズウルト焚いてる。奥行くよ奥行くよ。いいよいいよいいよ。バンガルトで押し込んでいいよ。バンガルトでバンガルトで。ここで入れとるわ。ここで入れとるよ。ガチゆっくり。ガチゆっくりだよ。張り付いてるかも。ダウンしてるダウンしてる。オッケーオッケーオッケー。オッケー。視界にいるわ。うん。終わるかも。オッケー。ウルトワークウルトワーク。俺ウルトワーク。上に行く上に行く。やってた。やってた。ラストウルトワーク。オッケーオッケー。うん。もう一個もう。フラットケアフラットケア。いっぱい超えた。スコーツ組むよ。いいよいいよ。上がった上がった。